new moon in Cancer happening at 6:32 a.m. Eastern Time on June 25th. New moons are about beginnings. They're opportunities for us to plant seeds for things that we want to manifest, that we want to call into our lives. You can view it as, intention setting. It could be literal, physical. It could be spiritual, something in or higher concept that you are looking to call in. Approximately 6 months later. And in this case, the cycle that we're talking about with the new moon in Cancer and then the full moon in Cancer, which gives us the start and finish point, the seed planting versus the harvest, that's going to be happening January 3rd, 2026. So this will be the first moon that is pushing us into next year. And then from this point on, all of the full moons will be in early to mid 2026. So when we get to this day, we're going to be thinking about what do we want to call in specifically in the Cancerian area of your chart. If you want to work with your astrology, you can also just cast something that you're interested in. Say, I'd really like to call in this. Maybe do a little meditation, a few breaths. You could write something down. You could put it on your phone. You could create a collage, whatever strikes your fancy of what you would like to call in. If you want to bring in the Cancerian piece, you can focus it on intuition, your emotions, caretaking, nurturing of yourself and others, and including those themes within what you are trying to manifest. Then you can go a third rung deeper, which is looking at your chart. Specifically, because this is happening at 4 degrees of Cancer, we want to look at 4 degrees of Cancer. Which house is that in? What are we trying to manifest? Jupiter is right there. And Jupiter over the next year is asking us to expand in whatever this area of life is. And they're only a degree apart. They're pretty much in the same spot. So it's going to be picked up. So along with just the general new moon energy, because we have Jupiter right there, we're especially being pushed to think bigger, dream a little bit bigger for what we want to call in. We may think normally it's unrealistic, but with Jupiter there, we're feeling optimistic. We're feeling inspired. How can I change and evolve? And how can I imagine that that is boundless and without limits? And considering other options that maybe I normally wouldn't think of for how I want to grow. And we're actually casting out ways that we want to grow that are maybe more of a leap than normal. I have Cancer in my first house. I'm going to want to think about, how do I want to develop, grow, recalibrate my sense of identity? Yeah, lots of people in the first house. So this will apply to you as well. Who am I? You're kind of maybe asking yourself some of those questions. Who am I? And who do I want to be? How do I want to evolve as a person? Do I want to take on any new labels or titles? When we're talking about 10th house, we're thinking about that growth, that new beginning, something we want to start, initiate, bring into our lives when it comes to our career. And now career is long-term. So it doesn't necessarily mean this specific job that you have, but if you're talking about your career arc, it could be making some major shift in what you are known for. Heading up a project, completing a project, having a huge win in your column, something that you can add to your resume. That's the long-term piece. You could be dreaming up those ideas. You could be knowing you already have this thing in progress and that the thing you're trying to manifest is it going super well and getting a promotion or getting recognition specifically that you are hoping for on the other side of it. You also could be starting a new venture in your career path. You could be pivoting. or wanting to pivot. So hoping to manifest within the 6-month time to do something different, take your career on a new trajectory. And whatever that is either something that's bigger or something that is outside of expectations or norm, or maybe your typical comfort zone because of Jupiter sitting there.